One, hey, two, hey, one, hey, two, hey, three, hey, four, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Everybody get up. Ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Everybody get up. Everybody get up. I said, everybody get up. Everybody get up. I said, everybody get up. Everybody get up. I said,
Yay! How you doing, Miss LaDios?
Hey, Rav'n. It's all good. We doing a double today, and we gonna talk about relationships, reality versus Hollywood.
Ooh, yes. This should be a fun topic, don't you know?
You know, it can go so many ways when you're dealing with relationships, especially, you know, a lot of people, they date people who are in Hollywood or on the same playing field, right?
Yeah.
Why do you suppose they do that?
Say that again? That they date people
Who are on the same playing field. Like, it's harder to be in a relationship if you're not with another entertainer and you're an entertainer.
Yeah, I've run into that roadblock where it's almost like, and I haven't dated an entertainer yet, just because.
You don't want to.
I know, that's what I've heard. Actually, I have a whole lot of friends that are like, don't do it, you know? Like, you don't want to be with another prima donna. You don't want to be with another, like, you know, at the end of the day, there is something to contrast.
Yeah.
And what I've seen in real life is more likely the accountant that's with the actor, you know, that person that's a dull introvert is like with that person that's like, because sometimes you can't have two of those.
Yeah.
You can't have two of those in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think dating another entertainer, like, what would you find with some of the conflicts that would be? Because, like, a lot of, like, time, we know that for a fact. Time is big. That would be a huge conflict, especially if they're, like, R&B singer or someone who's a singer who has to tour, or even basketball players or something like that. I mean, they're always on the road, traveling, and if you're an entertainer and you're acting on film, that has been the cause of a lot of breakups.
I find that it's hard, just even regardless, entertainer or not entertainer, for someone to take a back seat and to say, okay, I have my children, I have my career, you're lucky to be third, and you can sit there and wait for me to have time. There aren't a lot of men that are ready to, you know, because there's a whole lot of other women that ain't as busy as me. There's a whole lot of other women that are just happy to make it about the relationship, and I'm not that girl. So that's an issue, you know, where it's like sometimes I just accept, well, I'll just go it alone because I'm not ready or wanting to sacrifice anything for anyone right now.
Or it could be like, sometimes you could be in a relationship with someone else and their career could be going on the up and up, and yours is like plateauing, or and envy and jealousy could seep in, and resentment, and some people can't handle the emotions, and that's
definitely
some of the cases as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the reality. Like, it's, you know, relationships are challenging, you know, in the entertainment business.
And what's even like, and even just looking at Hollywood, sometimes looking at the portrayals of relationships, right? You know, like I think I was telling you recently that, you know, what we're sold is romance. What we're sold on the big screen, even from itty bitty childhood ages, right, is romance, right? I remember my first Disney princess movie, and Cinderella just met her Prince Charming, and they went off to the ball, but I don't know if they had arguments about decorating the ballroom after. I don't know if her crappy sisters came over and ruined things every holiday. We don't get to see that part of real life, because that's the real of making a relationship work. So, do we in America have unrealistic expectations?
Yeah, you know, and I'm more of a Lifetime girl, so I always love the happy endings. Every relationship in Lifetime always has a happy
unless it's
ending.
a murder story.
Yeah. I like murder stories. But loving and the romance, and so and you're thinking about that being implemented from the time you're a little kid and really can understand what's going on. It's falsified, and even in some of these relationships now, some of these entertainers marry for power.
Yes.
Marry because of prestige, marry because it's arranged and it looks good on paper.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a facade. But what is considered a real relationship to you? Like, and I'll tell you this. For me, I know people, this is like past and over, but I really like Will and Jada's relationship. Sure. I mean, how real it is what they present to us, especially at the red table, but I like it because they're just like, we gonna be in this to the day we die. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. And I think, to me, with that kind of relationship, that was what you would call reality.
And that's probably real love, right? Is sticking with that person, regardless of the disagreements, regardless of not seeing eye to eye.
Infidelity.
I know you have my back. I'm still here for you. And our arrangement is our arrangement. Everybody else can, so that's exactly, because that is the real,
and
right?
And what happened to that? Why what happened to really having someone's back?
It's the same gratification,
thing.
Right?
It's the same thing, for better, for worse. What happened to having someone's back? And that to me, loyalty is like the top next to love. Underneath. Loyalty equates to love. And I think people are so disloyal in a relationship. I mean, like, if you know you ain't gonna be loyal, if you know you're gonna be stepping out, so just put the shit on the table, put the cards on the table, and tell you, this is what I want. I want an open relationship. Okay, and give that person a choice.
I just want to have fun with you. You can say that. You can say that. You can be clear about your expectations.
And I remember Mr. King was telling me about a colleague of his that, they're married and they he can't really please his wife in the bedroom.
Okay.
So he allows her a few times a year to do what is it called? The
swingers?
Yeah, the swingers stuff. But he's open with it. And so that's the reality of their relationship, but they love each other.
Sure.
And so what happened to just being fucking honest anymore in a relationship? And even if you're like, dude, I'm marrying you for money. I'm marrying you for money.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's the thing, is that you have to realize that, marriage, relationships, those are different things, right? You can have a relationship without a marriage. And to step into a marriage, to me, that is stepping into almost not a business agreement, but it is a committed agreement. Where now this person is going to, if a bus hits me tomorrow, that person's going to be the person that tells the doctors what's okay. If this happens, insurance, all those things. Damn straight. And when it comes to life insurance and all of those things, right? Do we have each other's back?
Exactly.
That is not so much, quote unquote love and fairy tales and all of that. Those don't have to be a part of that arrangement.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership.
And you know what? The difference between being on paper versus not is the legality.
That's it.
Of the partnership.
That's it.
It's just putting that contract to work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But the loyalty, the commitment starts well before the paper.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think people forget about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think people try to, again, we just all want the fairy tales. So, and I'm even guilty of it. I'm just getting out of a really unhealthy thing because I bought into the whole romance and, oh, you're my soulmate. And now it's 6 years later, damn, I wasted a lot of time with someone that wasn't good for me and didn't have anything to offer. And I knew. And my emotions and my physical needs all got up in there, and now I'm like, damn, what the hell? But it was because we didn't build a foundation. We didn't get to know each other before we got together. We just jumped right in. Hey, ooh, you're fine, I'm fine, let's do this. And you made a commitment to something that wasn't right to me.
And when all that pixie dust goes away, and the clouds go away, and the smoke clears, and you're like, ooh,
damn straight. And I'll tell you what, I do commit. And that sucks.
Oh, when I'm committed, I'm 100, baby. So I'm like, my claws is in your back. You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. So you can't play with my heart, and I don't play with nobody's heart, because
Right?
it's not good.
Love karma.
Yeah.
I
And not even just karma, but love is dangerous.
It
I
is.
mean,
You don't know who will come and kill you if you would like deny them. Like honestly, it gets that deep.
Yeah,
it gets that deep.
and that's why the honesty is like, dude, if you don't want to be with me, just say you don't want to be with me.
Yeah.
Why you gonna creep, step out? But in Hollywood, it's hard to find long-standing relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly dream of a fellow actor or something like that because of the understanding, right?
Right.
Oh, okay, you have tech week and you have rehearsals. Okay, great. Maybe next month we plan a trip or something. Maybe next month we make up for the time because, we both have busy schedules. And I do dream of that kind of thing where it's like somebody, because again, I've had people where they're like, oh my God, you don't have time for me. Oh my God.
Was that boss baby talk?
It's the way men talk when they're annoying me.
Oh, you like the peanuts? But it's no. Well, you know what? For me, I never wanted to be in a relationship with another entertainer. I always just wanted a regular person. I don't know what that means, because I mean, entertainers are regular people, but I mean, just like a regular 8 to 5 working man, and you're not thinking about anything. Like if you come in, you walk in the door, they understand, and you just have a chill life.
Yeah, I mean, I also,
and it's not the combustion of I gotta go here.
Sure.
It's like, hey, what can I do to help you? How can I support you? And you could be like, how can I support you? And it's just an even kill, and it always works for me.
I have a good friend that is an amazing talented director and actor, and her significant other is quite a bit older and a lawyer and all of that. And I'm like, sometimes I wish for that. Somebody that's well-to-do and that has patience and is ready to support, and oh my God, I see your talent and I see and I want to support that. And that's also another dream. But like I say, it does it.
It would be great to be married to a lawyer, because they can look at the contracts for all that.
You know what I'm saying? A doctor, they know anatomy.
What can you do with that, boo? Lights out. Yes.
So I don't need to box people in, but it's just, I guess that's what you're really looking for, is somebody that has the patience, the support, and all of that. And I'm at a place right now, maybe it's maturity or whatever, that is like, well, you need to just figure each other out before maybe even going on a date, before even having the awkward expectations of kissing and blah blah blah, and let's just be friends. Let's just figure out if we can hang on that level.
How long would you date somebody before you do the kissing and all
Where
that
I'm at right now, like, I'd probably be happy doing like a platonic thing for like maybe a month or two, and then once dating, maybe date for another month or two before getting sexual. Right now I'm like ready to go turtle pace, because I just don't want to put myself back in the same situation that I was in. And realistically, I think it's going to be like a whole lot of frogs and toads and things like that. But eventually, it'll happen. And I'll
but you definitely don't want to test drive every damn frog, 'cause then you got a lot of mileage on.
Valuable too. They don't get to just
that people forget about that. I mean,
and people can take advantage and use you, so you have to be self-protective. Think about yourself first and what you're worth, and like don't let people
and do you find, like, even in relationships in Hollywood, that people drop their morals and values for relationships too? Do you find some of that happens?
I think it does. I think so. And again, it's always about the pursuit, right? What does that relationship mean? Is it more People magazine covers? Is it more or is it something that's built off of real love and admiration, right?
But how do you even discern it anymore? Because you've also, a lot of entertainers, they meet on the set. Or on the stage, And
then
they
you're
build all
already-
this chemistry because especially if you're working on a movie that's a long movie, 3 months or whatever, you spending time day in and day out, which happens a lot at work because that's why there's extramarital affairs from people that work together because they spend a lot of time together, even on the stage or on tour.
Sure.
And so how do you know if that's real?
Right.
I mean, it's a small percentage where people were married and they were on the set and they left this person.
I think it was
like
Channing Tatum.
like Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats.
And I think
that
Channing
happened.
Tatum,
Yep.
he fell in love
Yep.
with his co-star, and they
Yep.
had a baby together and all
they're-
that. And
aren't they still together?
They might be. I'm not 100%. I thought they split, actually. I
Maybe.
think that was why I was reading it, because it was like, oh, damn.
So-
you thought they were solid. But, yeah.
So how do you discern from that? Because even we were on a project and one of our peers, ended up together. We were on Blackberry. One of our peers ended up together, and I was like,
like, you shouldn't do that.
Like that's they played actually
pretty.
husband and wife in that play.
No, they weren't, because that wasn't that, well, yeah.
but
I was like, that was my boyfriend. No, that was my boyfriend.
Oh, that was your
Dwayne.
boyfriend?
Yeah, that was Dwayne.
Well,
that was
how did
Dwayne.
they got together? So,
But they did get together. I know what you're talking about.
But it's like, how did that
so unprofessional.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it felt unprofessional.
But you haven't done a kissing scene yet, right? Okay, so one time I was in a play.
I want to kiss right there. I want to do the stage kiss. I want to just kiss you right there.
Well, I was in a play, and there was a guy, and he was a white guy, and I had to kiss him every night, every show.
Wow.
On the lips.
Wow.
And every show, his girlfriend it was actually his fiance was in the audience.
That's awkward.
But when you kiss somebody, you have to have
start building chemistry.
Some chemistry.
Yeah. Even if it isn't there, it'll start building.
Oh yeah, and it starts to build and build, and you start to flirt with them because you're just trying to keep that chemistry so it looks good on stage, it looks good on film.
Yep.
But the key is to know that this is not real.
Yes.
Like this is what you do.
This is acting.
We're acting,
Yes.
and I think people forget. And they lose themselves in the fantasy, as you said.
Yes.
Oh, so you're so dreamy.
Yes,
Blah blah
yes,
blah,
yes,
and
yes.
that's not real. That's
Yes.
not true.
Yeah, and then it's like on the other hand, I had a good friend, and gosh, she was actually dating a woman at the time, but this woman was really horrible, jealous, insecure, and all of those things. And she did meet her future partner on the set of a play that they were together in.
Did it work
And
out?
she was always accusing her of liking him and all of those things. Now, mind you, to her credit, they didn't do anything while they were working together.
Yeah.
But it's like the constant criticism from the other partner and all of that made her question the relationship.
Wow.
And once she did break up with her and did end up with him, and they are still together and very happy. So
As a
sometimes,
catch-22.
absolutely. And I don't know if they
did
worked
they start-
together romantically on
wonder
the
if
set.
they were
I don't think
friends
so.
first.
They were
Because I
just
think-
castmates.
Yeah.
But they were castmates that got each other.
And you get to
castmates
hang
that
out with
support
them a
each other.
lot of times, so it's very, very
We become
difficult.
family. We really
You
do.
really do.
We are family.
I mean, that's how Rav'n and I met
It
was
is.
on the
We
stage.
were Blackberry Love family.
Yeah, Blackberry Love. We became friends. So
And we many families, but that's okay.
yeah, we have other families.
We have other families. But that was our first.
So we just kind of wanted to chime in tonight.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Relationships in Hollywood, truth from reality. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm LaDios Muhammad.
And I'm Rav'n Moon.
And remember, you don't have to be asleep to dream, so get up and
Get up, get out, and do something.
In between time, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and thank you so much for chiming in. I'm LaDios Muhammad, actor with purpose,
Rav'n Moon, an actor with passion.
and we appreciate your support. Thank you.